How does the Joker's favorite groupie, the world's second best assassin, a shark, and some guy with a boomerang defeat Arkham Batman, the best Batman? This is among many questions that have been raised in our community. And if you're anything like me, you're digging into the Easter eggs and codex entries, trying to come up with theories and eventually find the truth. We could also sum it up to be just bad writing, but that's less fun to me. I believe that there is a good reason for why Task Force X defeated not just Batman, but the entire Justice League. And if you want to know why I believe the group led by Joker's favorite groupie is actually amped to superhuman levels, give them a fighting chance against Batman and the League, stay until the end. Now imagine this, your future self comes from the future to warn you in advance about the state of games and how divided the community is. And he instructs you to stop it by preventing certain companies from being created and pushing certain games. But you're still in shock. In your head, you're like, what the fuck, why am I so old looking? Then you ask, wait, how long has it been? And then he smacks you and he goes, listen, it's been 3 years. But the important thing is that Harley Quinn kills Arkham Batman. This immediately snaps you out of it. And you say, where do I begin? This little short story perfectly emphasizes how fans felt about the outcome of the story of the Suicide Squad. Don't get me wrong, I think it's an alright game, but hell, if I could go back in time, I'd change it. And maybe get Rocksteady to go ahead and do that Batman Beyond Arkham game. Or just change up the ending of the Suicide Squad. But although badly written, with plenty of plot holes, there are actual canonical reasons why the Suicide Squad was able to defeat the Justice League. And we're going to go through each League member one by one and explain how it made some kind of sense for them to be defeated. And I know the thumbnail says theory, but this will be closer to the truth than you think. But how the hell did they defeat the Flash? In short, they didn't beat the Flash on their own. They literally just used technology reverse engineered by Toyman so that he could get the Flash's autograph. And in the game, we see just how fast the Flash is. In fact, he is so fast that you see 3 to 6 of him firing Kamehamehas and tornadoes at you all at once. So there's no way that the squad could defeat him, right? Wrong. When we first see Toyman's device in action, it stops Boomerang completely, probably because he has access to the Speed Force through the Gauntlet, whereas someone like the Flash has direct and infinite access to the Speed Force. They describe it as the universe's biggest battery. But after some fine tuning, we see that Toyman's device has the ability to slow the Flash down and weaken his link to the Speed Force. And in the game, we see this in real time. The less you hit him with the counter shot to activate the device, the faster he gets. And the more you use it, he gets slower and easier to hit. But for some reason, he's still fast enough to create multiple doubles of himself. So you're probably wondering, if it only slowed him down what seems like just slightly because he can still create doubles, how is it that we can still hit him, let alone react to him? How can the squad fight him without getting straight up blitzed? Well, under normal circumstance, yes, they would get blitzed. But do you remember the thumbnail? This is the cyborg theory. And side note, I love how they accurately depict how OP the Flash is, and I'm someone who believes that the Flash could actually take out Superman if he wanted to. He's just too fast. He'd vibrate a piece of gold kryptonite inside Superman's body, and the only person that can get it out is him. The squad has metahuman reaction time because they are literally cyborgs. And to explain this best, I have to introduce you to the character called Hack. For those of you who've played Cyberpunk 2077, she's basically like Alt Cunningham, a living AI that has access to almost infinite amounts of information. So much so that in her bio written by Lex Luthor, he says that he's jealous. She's a technopath with the ability to reach into the squad's neck bombs and literally alter their brain chemistry. Undoubtedly, she used this to increase the squad's perception and reaction times. This basically turns characters like Deadshot and Harley Quinn into superhumans. There's no way that it's just their perception and reaction time that changes. Think about what this does to their bodies as well. Now this is fiction, so I'm going to use another form of fiction to support this claim. In the film Lucy, the main character was able to access 100% of her brain, and this granted her a bunch of different crazy powers. I believe this is happening to the squad, but on a much smaller scale, facilitated by the character Hack. If I were to scale them to Lucy, they're probably hanging around the 30 to 40% mark. Hack gives the squad a major boost. This is undeniable. Not to mention the weapons, gear, and an entire Black Ops group, including Hack, feeding them information and giving them tactical advice. But how did they defeat Green Lantern, the man who can create anything? I really do believe this Green Lantern was buffed beyond belief, because not only can he maintain constructs seemingly forever, even after death, check out my video on the clone theory for that explanation, but he can also keep up with the Flash. The simple answer to why this squad can beat such a powerhouse is that on top of the buffs the squad gets from Hack, and the weapons of mass carnage the squad uses, they have access to Batman's contingency plans. And they ended up using the Yellow Lantern batteries to weaken Green Lantern's will and depower him and eventually defeat him. And the squad ends up beating Superman in a similar way, but instead of using Batman's plans, they use Lex Luthor's. He creates gold kryptonite to depower Superman long enough for the squad to overwhelm him with bullets. And by now you see the trend that I see. The squad's approach to beating the Justice League is, in short, boost their own powers and abilities using cyberware, enhanced weapons, and a network of intel, depower the opponent using said intel, and use the upper hand to defeat them. Just a 3-step process. But what about the Batgoat himself, Arkham Batman? How the hell did they beat the man who saved the city 3 times and defeated an army all in one night? 2 of those nights being done while Batman was in critical condition. Well, even with all their gadgets and upgrades, the squad still consider Batman the scariest threat. Batman is referred to as the most dangerous man alive. And in the end, Harley Quinn stated that it was just simply luck, as she was hoping Batman was just going to toy with them and not kill them right away. All of their up were useless against Batman. And for you guys who think Harley is an idiot who wouldn't be able to even beat Batman with luck by mixing the toxins, let's not forget that she was a psychiatrist for years before meeting the Joker, already giving her a good base of intelligence ahead of most people, although she has issues. And she also managed to conjure up a plot to capture Batman in Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC in Arkham City. Is she a dumb Joker groupie? Maybe, but just take the dumb part out. I believe they say love can make you stupid, right? And that has to be the case with Harley. Or she's just a psycho, you decide. But I think 2 things could be true at once. But let me know what you think in the comments, and consider subscribing if you're enjoying content based around our favorite superheroes.